by the City of Beaverton. So we are, in essence, a city entity. We do have a representative, BCCI, which is the Beaverton Citizen Community Involvement Program. That's the way that you feed all of your information into us. We feed that to the city, and it gives you a couple options to be more involved, either both as a board member, which is relevant to any of the 11 NACs that we have, or you can report something to BCCI and that gets reported directly back into the city. So it's a good way to kind of get everything involved. They do that, though, as a matter of just an easy way to go to present public information. This is not a public hearing. This is only information presentation so that you can ask questions, you can get some information back. The person seeking the conditional use permit also has the ability then to get some of the feedback and concerns that they do. So when they go to the public hearing before the planning commission, they have a better answer and a better presentation. If people come in, they already have some ideas of what questions they might bring up at the public hearing. So with that in mind, this is just kind of an informal, very brief informational gathering that we've done. Some of these go very smoothly. Some in the past have grown to be quite extensive, in which case we do just kind of brought it to an end. We'll finish our NAC meeting. We do have, as we said, we are an entity for the City of Beaverton, a public meeting. We do have to have a vote on the minutes. We do have to have some housekeeping of old business and new business. Once we're done with that, we want to continue this as a Q&A. And if folks would like to stay, we can do that as well. But we are going to try and limit this to about 30-ish minutes so we can go through and kind of follow up. If Blair does show up this evening, then he was also already a member on the agenda. So that's just kind of the informal way we go. So we kind of need to put that disclaimer on because in the past we have had some things that have gone into an hour. We just can't do that. The idea here is to get some information back and forth between things and kind of start a dialogue. And then once we do that, we can move forward. So with that, I believe that Jennifer is going to start things off, and with that, we'll turn out to Chris.
Hi, my name is Jennifer.
Speak a little louder, please.
My name is Jennifer Saul. I'm public affairs manager for Walmart for Washington and Oregon. What we're here to talk to you tonight is the CUP, as our name said. The CUP is required in the City of Beaverton for any business that wishes to operate after 10 o'clock or before 7 o'clock. We've worked with the city. We know that there's businesses that work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've asked them for a list of who has these CUPs. All of our major competitors have them. We did check this site. This site usually is Zupan, just to get the back word, and it closed in 2009. This site's been vacant. They did not have a CUP, but they did work beyond those extended hours. So what we're doing is we're seeking to start off on the right foot, get the proper permit, and let you know what those activities you want to do in our store those hours.
I actually work at that store and it closed at 9 o'clock each night.
We have the property owner here, and that's what we've been told by the city and by the property owner. What we're actually asking the city to do is, for operations between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m., is to allow for our employees to be inside the store and do activities, what we typically do on an overnight shift, which is restocking shelves and accepting small deliveries after like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Those are small trucks. Those are milk trucks, bread trucks, smaller delivery trucks. All right? So what we're going to have is our engineer, the backline, are going to explain what the process is, where we're at, and exactly what's going on with the site.
So, I believe everybody's familiar with what the site is. I have a site plan right here. You don't see it. We have some packets. Everybody got one. I think we've got 20, so we may need to share. The former Zupan, like she said, the former Beaverton was the highway in Lowood. Access is actually off of Apple Way. And right now, where we're at in the process with the city is we're in for permits for remodeling the building for Walmart to facilitate. No, just remodeling. No, it's exactly the same on the other side.
The green space in there in the parking space? I can't imagine that it's good enough for the parking in green.
The site's going to look exactly the way it does today, with some very minor modifications in the parking lot. The only thing we're actually doing is adding some storage areas for power mail storage, things for recycling pallets for the goods, cardboard bales, things like that.
Question, what's going to happen to the 3 units on the other side of the parking lot? Are they going to remain, or is Walmart going to take it down and make more parking?
Nope, so they're staying there. Walmart is leasing this building, property owner still retaining ownership of all buildings, properties. We're just going in and remodeling it for a grocery store. That's all we're doing here.
So why would you be putting in a grocery store? I mean, the whole Beaverton is still highway, lousy with grocery stores, lousy with pharmacies, 7-Elevens, just have another one put in that we don't really need. Why do you have?
And those stores are cut, all those stores are cutting trouble competing with theirs.
Yeah.
Cutting hours back, United City Commercial workers.
But it's
They
pretty
actually
good,
like
major
organization.
renovation.
Just so if I can address
I mean,
that.
what are you guys doing?
What we're doing is, tonight, is talking about the conditional use permit for having associates in the store, like Jennifer talked about, and in the non-public hours. The store would only be open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., so the hours allowed to have the conditional use permit.
So I guess I just don't understand, what specialties of
It's an
low-cost,
grocery
Chinese
store, right?
made crafts are you selling? That I
Right.
can get
Right.
here on the
I'm gonna ask Jennifer to take a presentation without interruption.
Right, good.
You're the chair, right? Okay. We need to make sure that we focus on what we're supposed to be talking about tonight. Because I know there's a lot of people, I'm very happy with the attorney for this applicant located there in Portland. And I know there's people in this room that
That's
have,
right, we get to talk finally.
well, actually,
That's what a
tonight,
public meeting is about, it's just being lectured by you guys. We finally get to express our feelings.
well, that's possibly part true, because you had a hearing
Well, of course,
that
the
the
lawyers,
planning commission is going to have. You can certainly testify there, but tonight, the focus of this meeting, I think you clarified that, is with regards to the conditional use permit. And exactly what we're requesting. That's the focus of tonight's meeting, and if I understood correctly, that's the way it is.
Technically, that is correct, so I want to make sure one thing, there's two parts that we do. Like I said, sometimes this has been very informal, sometimes more formal. I think tonight what we need to do is make it very clear that, yes, regarding this, this is not a discussion about whether they are or not. As I understand it, they already have worked to acquire the property, so that is kind of beyond that step. What is being asked of tonight and what is being presented is they are requesting to be open after the 10 o'clock curfew that the city of Beaverton has imposed for all of the businesses that we consider Saturday night. They are now asking to extend that for whatever business reasons they want. I believe what I'd like to ask that we do is to give them, how much time is it, 10 minutes? I would like to ask them that we give them 10 minutes to make the presentation, we hold all questions, and when we're done, then we'll go ahead and have some sort of dialogue. The one problem that we've run into in the past, and this is nothing against trying to stop any of this talking, is that part of this needs to go before the public hearing. So there will be a public hearing before the planning commission in order for them to complete that. The NAC, as a body, can only take the information we have right now, present that back. This becomes a matter of public record. The minutes are going to be posted on the web. You can pass them to everybody you want. You can go ahead and make a recommendation that the NAC make a statement one way or the other, depending on all that. That's just a follow-up that goes on. The planning committee public hearing is where you want to make sure that you're actually there, where you present your testimony. Tonight, though, we want to focus on.
When do we know about that meeting? We want to wait for.
That will not, that part comes before the planning commission as a follow-up to this. One of the requirements for a conditional use permit, and again, this is only the conditional use permit portion of that, is that they fulfill a public meeting, which is not a public hearing, it's a public meeting to provide information. And that is usually how the city suggests that business owners and property owners put something out for that. So all we're doing tonight is giving them a chance to make a presentation. This gives you the perfect opportunity to collect all the information you would like. You can ask some questions and we can have some dialogue so you can get that going. But the official presentation for you would be before the, at the public hearing for the planning commission for the conditional use. Now that is different though.
When is that?
That is not known until they file the rest of their information. Once that's done, then that is posted on the planning commission agenda.
And I'm assuming most of you, certainly I am part of the NAC, and you will communicate that with us so that we can come and.
We can, in this case, we can post that out.
Let's make sure we get that information, because I'm happy to sit and listen, but I want to be sure I know when I can go and be heard.
We actually, because, you know, they swoop in, they buy property, and then next thing you know, it's like, they're there,
In that case, then there are two ways to go. One, you can come to us, if you'll give us your information, that you typically want to know, we'll track that. The other thing is that you can go to the city, you can sign up for the meeting minutes for city council, for the planning commission, and for the traffic commission. City Council and Planning Commission are both on Granicus, so you can watch any of the information before that has happened. But because by signing up on that, you will get, so City Council meets on Tuesday. On Thursday afternoon, you get an email saying this is the official City Council agenda for next week. This is the official public hearing or Planning Commission information for next week. They do not like to put, the city does not like to put out information on the advance proposal to the general public because very often something will change. Some uses are fine when there's a deadline, and because of that, that pushes it out. Some of you say, well, it was on the agenda for hearing, it didn't. No, it was on the tentative advanced information. So you get on that email, or you contact us, you get us the list, and we'll make sure you get that out. The other piece we can do is we can also put it on Facebook, which can access that piece. So if you want to get some of that information as well on that. That's not something we traditionally track as this Planning Commission, Traffic Commission, City Council. Everybody kind of has different ideas. But what I'd like to do then is start, I'd like to give them 10 minutes to ask all of that, and then we'll have some sort of back and forth dialogue that I would like to do in the presentation. And again, not to take anything away and not to make a statement, yea or nay, on any of the positions. This is only requesting that they be open from 10 a.m. to 7 a.m., which is an 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., which is an extension of city code right now, which city code says we have to be closed at 10 p.m., you open at 7 a.m. So.
And can we ask that the people who are giving us information actually tell us their names too? That would be nice for the record.
Okay, very good. Yep.
Thank you very much. And we're not here to get into an argument with anybody in this crowd, and there's some questions that you probably have that are not questions that we can answer, because the focus tonight is with regards to the request that we're asking for the extended hours to allow associates in the building after hours open for business after 10 p.m. so they can close down the store, and then to be able to go into the store before 7 a.m. so that they can help prepare the store for opening. And that's really the only focus that we have tonight. That's the focus that the Planning Commission will have. And I know there's people in this room that have an opinion about Walmart. We've already heard it tonight. Our focus tonight isn't on that. Our focus is on trying to explain to you at least what we're asking you to the city for. So, afterwards, we're happy to answer any questions related to that. Brian, back to you. Maybe go through that for us.
Yep. My name is Brian Dickerson. I'm with Pathfinder, the consulting civil engineer for Walmart. Let's see. Talk about the site plan, just to pick up where I left off. With the conditional use permit, what we're requesting, it's outlined here again from the packet, in case you can't read this. There's really three main items that we're requesting, essentially for the non-public operating hours in the evening. First one is just having the employees in there, cleaning up after the store closed, stocking the shelves, preparing it in the morning before they open. On a typical night, I'd be somewhere between 6 to 12 employees in the store. Occasionally, most of the time there'll be 1 or 2 hours before and 1 or 2 hours after it closes. Occasionally I'll have where they need to do some major restocking or some preparation for special events they would be in for, possibly all night or later into the morning. The second one is the small truck deliveries. Most of those would probably come between 5 to 7 in the morning. It'd be the small trucks that pull in the parking lot, unload on their bay doors to a local delivery door. These wouldn't be the big trucks with the backup beepers and the refrigeration unit. They'd be unloading them off the side door into the door of the building. And then occasionally the employees in the building would be picking out the recyclables or running the trash compactor, things like that. So those are really the three main